What was that?
That was stutter butter.
Yeah, because there's no punctuation in Mandarin, David. That's why your text sounds so.
Well, yeah, and also, but I also like emphasized like 3 words this entire thing, and they didn't need to be capitalized. So, hey everyone! I just sent out the Secret Santa for this year. Please check our email on the $50 here. I'm like, what the hell was I doing? But it's already too late. I don't want to fix this.
Well, luckily you just sent it to people who already know how fob you are. So
yeah, can I get your voice for my Google Maps voice?
Turn left now. Merge now. Blinker on.
No blinker.
Everybody, good luck.
No blinker. Just go.
They'll figure it out. That's what insurance is for. U-turn. Now my turn. Okay. All right. No, we're not doing this anymore. Okay.
That's my favorite part.
Guys, what episode are we on?
It's 17, I believe.
Holy shit.
I know.
All right. So
we're almost in the tens on what's actually published.
Oh shit! Yep, that's on me.
Yep, we're about to hit the double digit special,
and that's when we get the big bucks.
Oof. Woo! So welcome to another episode of Dos Naf Cincos. This is episode number 17. As always, I'm your host David,
and I'm Stuart,
and I'm Ben.
All right, well, guys, we are on episode number 17. This is pretty exciting. We've gotten at least almost 4 months worth of podcasts in now.
Is that what it equates to? That's
well, I mean, one a week, you know.
Yeah,
I guess that's true.
17 weeks. I mean,
we started in
over
July. Yeah.
Wow.
No, that feels like so long ago.
No way. Hang on.
It was like the end of July, wasn't it?
Hang on. I'm looking at my last modified date of episode 1. This is where we do Spanish Flea. Nope. Oh wait, shit! Holy tap dancing Christ! You're right. Well, actually, it's the end of July.
Yeah, barely.
End of June.
July 31st. So.
Yeah. Holy shit!
Wow. Well,
I was about to say no, you're fucking wrong, but I think it took us till September to actually publish the episode.
Well, I think we're starting to realize, we're starting to get into this groove where we don't need to edit as much, and I think that's just
for sure. Yeah,
makes it so much easier.
I'm so not editing it like I was doing the first couple episodes.
Yeah, well, I mean, you kind of lose that pattern, or you lose that natural flow if you edit it too much, and it starts breaking up a little bit. It's not like one of those YouTube videos where you can tell they obviously just jump cut to something.
Yeah.
And they're just like, they didn't like the way that flowed from the intro to whatever they were recording, so they just chopped that up and re-recorded, 45 minutes later because you can see the sun coming down. But
yeah, I think in the earlier episodes, I was spending a lot of time editing the parts where Ben would lag out and try to make it sound like he didn't lag out. But now I just don't even give two shits. Now, I mean, we got our separate recordings, but when someone says something stupid, I'll just leave it in for the most part.
My favorite part is whenever we say, we'll just edit that out, and then none of us are editing anything out now.
Oh, that's the best. That's the best part.
Please don't put this on the podcast. Damn it, Stu! Why is this being repeated more than once in this podcast? I definitely didn't say it more than once, but yeah, no, this is a huge feat. I'm definitely very excited because I see that this is starting to go places. I can feel the money coming in already, so
any day now.
Prepare for us to sell out. I mean, that's been the plan from the very beginning.
Yeah, I'm making no qualms about it. As soon as we get some money, I don't even care.
I know we've already shouted out Popeye's chicken.
Dude, if we were sponsoring if Popeyes was a sponsor, that's the end game. We're in the end game at that point.
We made it at that point.
Oh yes. Side note, for Secret Santa, I would not be mad if someone came to me with $50 worth of Popeye's chicken sandwiches. Just
I'm sure they have. I'm sure they have gift cards.
No, I don't want a gift card. I want
Oh,
just the sandwiches.
you want? What if they're like cold and
I'll eat
gross?
I'll eat them.
He did not say it had to be a certain temperature. I think he already made it known. $50 worth of Popeye's chicken sandwiches.
You can get $50 worth of fresh sandwiches.
Yeah, but I
if
could
you
eat
get
it
a
right
gift
there
card.
and then. I don't have to wait. I could just.
What if like wherever we're doing it at the and then also wherever we're having the Secret Santa.
Go ahead.
I really wish we had recorded this episode before I sent out all the Secret Santas. I would have guaranteed me or you Steve, ended up with him, and then we would have had to go to at least probably 10 different Popeye's chickens because there's I think a limit still, right? Like,
there is.
They limit you to. The one by my work is still limited. They say you can only have up to 4 at a time.
Oh, I thought this was America.
You gotta pull the movie pass.
The Popeyes
movie
pass
switcheroo, yeah, where we, I think where we single-handedly put movie pass out of business.
So at this point, I feel like it's so popular. Apparently, it's still popular still that Postmates you can order everything else on the menu, just no chicken sandwich. But yeah, you can't order the chicken sandwich. But I was just very surprised. You can order everything else off the Popeyes menu off of Postmates, but not the chicken sandwich.
No, I saw on Postmates. I was looking at it this weekend. I saw it on the menu.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I saw it 2 weeks ago. So, I saw it 2 weeks ago, and I didn't see the sandwich listed. But
yeah, so if we if whoever gets the one of us, they can just wherever we're doing this at, we can just what's that at the door? Oh, it's DoorDash or it's Postmates, and what's that? $50 worth of chicken sandwiches.
I just saw Ben's updated wish list. And it says $50 worth of Doritos, in parentheses, nacho cheese, or Popeye's chicken sandwiches.
I don't think they make a Doritos Popeye's chicken sandwich flavor.
Well, I guess, if you're my real friend, you would find a way.
There's just a whole bucket worth of just nacho cheese, and then $45 worth of chicken sandwiches.
We should probably try to do this while Thomas is in town.
Yes, that is the plan. I think we're gonna probably do it sometime in the last week of December when he's here. Mm-hmm. So we'll coordinate something, but definitely they have been sent out. Try to update your guys' wish list if you want to help out your Secret Santa. If not, you're probably gonna end up. If you have Keith, it's gonna be a $50 gift card in a giant box, and then you're might want to throw it away. The wrapping, and then you might not even get a present because you don't know where he taped the gift card.
I thought you were gonna get an obscure reference in the form of a costume he wasn't even there for.
Oh yeah, that's why. Oh, okay, yes, thank you. Now I remember. I was like, why do I have this safari hat and these pairs of shorts that don't fit?
It did.
Are you gonna wear it? Are you wearing it right now?
I will wear it for our Christmas party.
Awesome! Can you be in character? Can you be in character also?
There may be a sighting on the parking lot.
For the listeners who aren't aware, I feel like we should at least shine some light on what we're talking about. I've said this like several years ago. By now, like maybe like 2 or 3. Yeah, I'll give it 2. 2 years ago. Where were we? We were outside Love Letter talking about how bad we were waiting for a table, and we were talking about while we were watching how bad all the Asian drivers were trying to park, and we were eventually led up to us joking about how we'd have like a wildlife TV show where David would be the host, kind of dressed like Guy Ledouche from MXC. Where he would be commentating on how badly people were driving. We saw like 3 near crashes in the span of like 5 minutes. So that's kind of what spawned that whole thing.
Oh, they don't pay attention. Oh, no record. 4 centimeters.
Yeah, he'd run up with a tape measure to see how close someone got to crashing into another car. So that was the character. I don't think we had a name for him. Maybe it was just
the parking Ledouche.
Parking Ledouche.
I don't know. We never really fleshed this out. It gave us a lot of really good laughs, and I didn't realize that. I don't know how Keith got wind of it, but then
I don't remember how either. I think we were just talking about it, and he picked it up, kind of like how when you've talked about where you hear of movies or you know enough about a movie, but you never seen it. Kind of like that, like through osmosis, he kind of picked it up.
Oh, that's what I've been doing for all these movie reviews we've been doing. No.
Well, I mostly just read the IMDb and then I base it off whatever Ben's synopsis is, and I just try to just smash them together and hope that sounds like something like a movie that we would watch.
Right.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
No,
okay.
I mostly just use my review of Angry Birds 2 and I just pigeonhole it into...
Change the words around.
Pigeonhole.
I've literally been making up every single word of my review, so...
Wordsmith.
Yep.
So
I just do lorem ipsum enough times, and I get my review.
All right. Well, other than just welcome back from your Thanksgiving. I hope it was good for everybody. While you guys were out, did you guys see anything besides our movie of the week this week? Snow Dogs.
Five Now Dogs. Arctic Dogs, I think you mean.
Arctic Dogs.
Wait,
yes.
did you watch
Arctic
Snow
Dog
Dogs,
5.
David? Because we watch Arctic Dogs.
Yeah.
I saw 5 Now Dog 5.
Well, this episode's a wash.
Oof.
We gotta...
No, I saw Ford v Ferrari.
Well, I saw Arctic Dogs, so...
I also saw Arctic Dogs.
This is going to be very interesting because I'll be talking about physical, like an actual race, Le Mans, and then you guys are going to be talking about whatever his name is a race to send letters to Santa.
Wow, David, I can't believe.
I know it's a postal thing. Whatever.
You stole my
okay.
joke.
I know that you guys had watched The Mandalorian. Are you guys all caught up?
I am.
I am still. I think I'm 3/4 of the way through the last episode right now.
Chapter 4, I think it is.
Yeah, chapter 4.
All I will say is, wow, so good.
Wow.
Wow. I need some help because I'm trying to figure out where this series is supposed to be placed. Is it supposed to be between...
Wait, do we need to do a mini spoiler zone?
Well, I mean, I don't think that's...
I just want to know, I just want to know which movie is it fitting.
I've also had this question. I've talked to someone at work about who is also into Star Wars, and they weren't sure either exactly. I
thought it was a prequel.
I think it's post episode 6.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So
because I don't think this is very spoiler heavy, but they do talk about the fall of the Empire and everything. So
right.
I don't think that's a big.
Because I think the reason why I was calling for a mini spoiler zone was because at least for me, before I started watching it, I was led to believe that this was a show about Boba Fett.
Oh,
that's what I thought too. That's why I was like,
And then as I'm watching it, it's like, wait a minute.
Okay,
I mean,
wait. So super hot
outside
take.
Of the,
super.
Okay.
I don't care about Boba Fett. Never have, never will.
Yeah, me neither. That's why I was wondering why they're making him such a badass when we all know what happens to him.
Yeah. Okay. Well, man, everyone I've talked to growing up, everyone's like, "How you hate Boba Fett? He's the best." I'm like, "What do you do? He didn't do jack shit. He just fucking died."
My friend hyped him up so much to me before I'd ever seen any Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
And then I finally saw him in he shows up in Empire, right?
Yeah, he first shows up in Empire, yeah.
And then his demise in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
I was like, are you for real, dude?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I am really glad that the Mandalorian, I don't know, he definitely just he gives the Mandalorians a good name.
Yeah, I really like how the character is able to emote and you don't even see his face.
Yeah, seriously. I really like this. I really like where the show's going, how they handle his character, and like what you said, he's able to convey a lot of what he's feeling through actions and through through his character, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm enjoying it.
Wait, David, are you all caught up or?
Yeah. I'm on. I already finished episode 4.
Okay.
Or chapter 4. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, can we go do a tiny little spoiler thing, a mini spoiler zone?
Yes.
All right.
Please.
We're gonna enter a really mini spoiler zone. If you haven't caught up on The Mandalorian, sorry.
Yeah, sucks.
We're talking about it. This is literally the hottest thing that's happening right now. Like, everybody is talking about it.
That
like,
Mandalorian, he's so hot right now.
he can turn left. Okay. But yeah. So yeah, go ahead, Ben.
Okay, so this
Wait. Before we do that, I thought you said you're only 3/4 of the way in.
I am, or 3/4 of the way of the last episode.
The last episode.
Yeah.
But
4.
you're not going to be talking about the last episode.
No, this more has to do with the overarching story, I guess.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So there has been some interesting speculation about what the whole purpose of getting Baby Yoda was, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like we don't really have a clear understanding of like what these people want to do with it. We just know that they wanted Baby Yoda, and they were doing something with it, and Mando jumped in and saved him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So some people have noticed that the scientist who was conducting these experiments, the younger one, not Werner Herzog,
Mm-hmm.
he has a patch on his arm, and it has a symbol on it that has only been seen once in the whole Star Wars universe, and that was on... Fuck, I can't remember the name of the planet. But pretty much, it's the planet that makes all the clones.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So...
Oh, you think they're going to try and clone Baby Yoda?
That's a theory right now. That is, yes.
And obviously I think we're just using Baby Yoda as a placeholder because it's not actually Yoda.
Yeah.
It's supposed to, I heard speculation that it's supposed to be Yoda's kid.
Yoda's kid.
Or whatever type of alien Yoda is.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
that-
it's supposed to be.
So I forgot her name. I looked it up. Someone said that he and the other, I don't know what race they are.
Yeah.
I don't even know what they're called. The other Yoda, but a girl Yoda, was also on the Jedi Council, and they said that this is their spawn.
Jeez.
Oh, okay.
Wow. That'd be a pretty cool connection.
Yeah. So, but that's crazy that at 50 years old, it's still a baby.
Well, yeah, I mean, Yoda was
They
pretty
live
damn
to be
old.
like
Yeah, he was like hundreds of years old, right? Like he was at least almost like a millennia or something.
I can't really remember, but I just know he was ridiculously old. Like
he
I'm not sure if
was
it's hundreds or
900.
there you go.
Yeah, 9 centuries.
He was-
9
yeah.
centuries old,
Jeez.
and still spry because of Metamucil kept him regular.
Yep. Gotta get your fiber. Shout out to Metamucil. Thanks for the sponsorship.
Enter code Metamucil for free
No,
Metamucil.
punch in your code Dos and a Half Cincos to stay regular.
For free constipation that you can then use Metamucil to remedy.
So, but yeah, no, I'm excited about this. I feel like everybody else is too, and this has been a really good series to definitely like finish out this year. Do you know how many episodes we're supposed to be getting?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna guess that it's around 10. But
No, but that's only okay. That doesn't seem good enough because it's 10 episodes at half an hour apiece.
it's
Come
it's
on.
more than half an hour, right? I thought it's like 40 minutes, 50 minutes.
I'm rounding down because I that's unacceptable. These need to be at least full hour long. Don't Game of Thrones me, bro. But apparently they're spending quite a bit of money. I think each episode's costing them almost $15 million a piece.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, with all the props and everything, the star power that's going into this, it's
Yeah, there's a lot of good casting, like a lot of good, big names in this.
seriously. Like, even, like, behind the scenes, we got Jon Favreau, we have Taika Waititi, we have, like, David Filoni, there's Werner Herzog is actually in the show.
I love that guy in Law and Order SVU.
Ice-T?
No, David. You said David. What?
Dave Filoni? Yeah.
Yeah. He was a Stabler in Law and Order SVU.
He was?
No,
Oh. Oh, I didn't know that.
no, he wasn't. No.
Oh. So it was iced tea.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Where are we? We got to exit this mini spoiler zone before it becomes a.
Oh yeah, before it becomes a full spoiler
Yeah.
zone. So
Get us out of here.
we'll probably keep revisiting this every week because this is definitely a topic worth covering. We might just have to roll this into our spoiler zone. But other than that Mandalorian's really exciting. So we'll just jump right into it. There's actually quite a bit of movement since we took the holiday off for Thanksgiving, and now we're back. So we'll start off with the number one movie in America for the second week in a row is Frozen 2, followed up by a newcomer, and number 2 is Knives Out. That is the Daniel Craig, and that one's got a lot of stars in that one. Number 3, down from number 2, was our movie of the week this week, which is 4v Ferrari. Number 4 is a newcomer. Into the top 5 is Queen and Slim. Number 5 was down from number 3, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. 21 Bridges moves down from 4 to 6. Playing with Fire slides from 6 to 7. Midway drops from 5 to 8. Last Christmas stays at number 9. Joker also stays at number 9. And we had a couple that were in the top 10 that are now out. That is The Good Liar and Charlie's Angels. Gentlemen, any thoughts?
I'm not surprised by number 1. I'll say that.
Yeah, that's the.
Stu, quick before Ben says it. Why is Frozen 2 not surprising at number 1?
Animated children's family movie, not rated R. What else? Some Disney actor.
Oh, damn!
I missed the big one. I missed
so
the big
close.
one. Ah, shit. Actually, I think because I didn't really know if Frozen was Disney or not.
Wow. What? How do you not know that Frozen is Disney?
Yeah,
I don't know, David, because I'm 31-year-old man.
got him.
Oh, so you are not upper two for all of the something?
Wow. I just saw
Papa culture. You're not the Papa culture. Wow, that was horrible.
No.
Okay, so outside of the number one movie in America, which has already grossed $288 million in 2 weeks, obviously not the biggest Disney movie of all time, obviously, but let's see, opening weekend for original for Frozen was 127, and I believe for Frozen this time when they opened that was 130, so it's pretty up there for sure. They're roughly right about the same. I mean, not to say that $4 million short is the same. I would love to be $4 million different. But yeah, other than that, did you guys have a chance to check out any other ones? Were you guys surprised that Knives Out would place number 2? Does that seem a little bit higher? I would have thought that we would have gotten one more week, top 1 and 2 for 4v Ferrari.
But I don't know. I mean, Knives Out looked like it was going to be a good one, so I'm not really surprised by that. I mean, I'm looking forward to it, seeing it. If I'm assuming that will be our movie of the week this week, but
okay.
But I'll definitely be seeing it regardless.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised by this, honestly. I kind of expected Knives Out to take number 2 with Frozen staying at number 1. It's been the Thanksgiving weekend. A lot of people going out to go see movies, and Knives Out was the movie to see for this Thanksgiving. I definitely didn't expect it to beat Frozen. So, landing at number 2 seems about right. And I gotta say, I did have a chance to check Knives Out, and it was pretty good. Knives Out.
Yeah.
It was good.
Is that how you're gonna sign off today?
Yeah.
Knives Out.
Yeah.
Wait.
Knives Out.
Did you guys ever watch Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
Yeah.
No,
Wait, you really?
His
I have not.
Whoa. Wait, there's a movie that Stu hasn't seen?
Hey, this is like one for me. You guys have
No. That's
3
why
movies.
I was surprised. No.
Shit. You've never seen Scott Pilgrim?
I mean, I've seen it. I don't know if it just didn't really appeal to me because I didn't know what it was about.
Do you
and
not-
never bothered looking into it.
Do you know what it's about right now?
Scott Pilgrim and whatever versus the world.
Yeah, do you know what it's about?
No.
Holy shit. This is amazing. You could go into it completely blind.
Oh. Okay.
I kind of want. I
gonna
kind of
watch
don't
it
want
then?
it. I don't want to. I don't want to prep him at
Yeah.
all. I think we should just watch it so that way we can get a like fresh kind of review. I don't know. I feel like when I first saw the movie, I had already been exposed to it before, and so I went in with a lot of preconceived notions. So I want to see if how Stu would kind of view it, I guess, without being manipulated at all or influenced at all.
Yeah, like I went into it blind. Like I didn't know anything about it, and man, like it was interesting.
I thought it was fun, but we'll leave that up to Stu for sure.
Well, I
That's
guess
definitely a good one.
guess I got some homework.
Yeah.
Dang. Okay. I think it's on Netflix still.
I think they actually just took it off.
Whoa.
Because
Wow.
I tried watching it on the plane ride and I downloaded it, but apparently they took it off, so I couldn't watch it. Scott Pilgrim. Scott Pilgrim is... Oh, wait. No, it is still there. Yeah. Yeah, you can still watch it there.
Are you surprised that Joker is still in the top 10? It's been 9 weeks now.
It's been holding
Has
strong.
it? That's crazy.
Yeah. It's definitely one of the most successful comic book adaptations ever created. So to say that I'm surprised would be, very an understatement.
Do we know where it places when it comes to the other comic book movies? Because I feel like 330 is really good, but I don't know if it's as good as all of the Marvel stuff. I'm sure Avengers, Endgame, Infinity War, and some of the other ones I'm sure would probably be in the top 1, 2. I don't know where Joker would be at.
Yeah, Avengers is definitely beating it still.
Yeah, because they grossed over $1 billion.
Yeah.
With a B.
The current record it has right now is still really impressive, especially with the budget that was given. We'll see how it ends, but I want to say that, it's still really, really good. It's, it's $330 million domestic, right?
Oh, that's what it is. Joker becomes the most profitable comic book movie ever.
Yeah, it's
lowest budget, highest revenue.
It's 1.048 billion worldwide. So that's still really good, especially considering it's still relatively fresh. It's the 4th highest grossing film of Warner Brothers of all time.
Yeah, so right now, Endgame domestic was $858 million.
Yeah.
Avengers Infinity War 678. Avengers was 623. Age of Ultron surprisingly 459 million. Black Panther was... Wait, how was that? Oh, because this was box office worldwide. So Black Panther domestically 700 million. Iron Man 3 408. Captain America Civil War 408. Aquaman 335. Spider-Man Far From Home with 390. Captain Marvel with 426. Dark Knight Rises 448. And then Joker is at 330 domestic. And then Dark Knight also was over 500, so 533. But if you include international box office, that is something to be fairly proud of. I'm sure if they were to come in for at least another 40 million in the next couple weeks, just to be able to kind of cross the finish line, they'll definitely be knocking on the door trying to crack top 10 for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm so surprised. Aquaman, $1.15 billion internationally.
I think it did fairly well in China, didn't it?
Yeah, $811 million internationally.
Huh. Yeah.
Almost tripled everywhere else. That's crazy. That's a lot of people in China watching this movie.
Yeah.
One thing I want to know.
They pirate it. Do they count those people?
Probably. I'm looking at a specific DC movie revenue, and I want to know how the fuck did Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice do more than Dark Knight Rises and The Dark Knight?
Batman v Superman. Well, it's also because at that time, like, comic book movies were still kind of coming into their own, right? I mean, I think it's more just a timing thing. No, it didn't. Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises is $1 billion a piece.
Wait, what am I looking at? Oh wait, Grace, opening weekend. Oh, I think this is opening weekend. Never mind. This article sucks. I can't believe I turned off my ad blocker to read that.
And then now you're gonna get a lot of spam. You're welcome.
Oh no, it's back on.
Nope, too late.
Oh, well, there goes my identity.
Did you know? I like this list. This list includes anything that was a comic or graphic based novel. I'm looking at number 97, $147 million grossed, internationally and domestically combined. Garfield, A Tale of Two Kitties.
Yeah.
I don't know why I got drawn to that one. And then there's some interesting ones at the bottom for sure.
Wait, which one? How much?
Green Lantern 220.
How much did the first Garfield make?
Oh, I don't know.
Damn it. Because
I'm sure we could probably find it in here.
I'm gonna say that it was probably more than the second one, but
hold your horses. Garfield the movie in 2004 grossed $208 million worldwide.
Oh man, Bill Murray, holy shit.
That beat out Watchmen.
Yep.
Daredevil, Cowboys and Aliens, Fantastic Four, Hellboy 2, The Golden Army, Sin City. I thought Sin City did well.
Not as good as Garfield, apparently.
Not as good as Garfield. It was, $160 million.
I'm really sad that Hellboy 2 did not do as well as Garfield because I love that movie.
I mean,
The Golden Army.
Yeah, I love that movie. That's like one of my favorite.
I think the original one did way better.
Yeah, it probably did. But damn, the second one was
no. Hellboy is not in the top 100.
Yo,
number 2 is.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Hellboy 2 is better than Hellboy 1. I knew it. Just like Rush Hour. Holy fuck.
Oh
Numbers
my goodness.
don't lie.
Another more evidence.
So wrong.
Yeah, where's Rush Hour in this list? Where's Rush Hour?
It's not a graphic movie. A graphic
but
novel
yet somehow Rush Hour
movie.
2 is in this list. What do you have to say about that? David?
Okay, whatever. All right. So before I digress, any other thoughts about this week's box office? I'm pretty sure we're going to see Frozen again in the top number 1 spot again for the next week. I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, there's not anything coming out this week, is there?
Yeah, I don't think there really is.
Nope.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty confident that it's going to stick there.
It'll probably stay there till at least the new year, I think.
No, stupid. Are you kidding me, David? Are you fucking kidding me?
Besides Star Wars, hold on.
Okay.
There's a lot that will probably knock it off its throne. I mean, we have Jumanji still. I mean, I'm not too big of a fan of the new Jumanji, but it is popular. I feel like it.
You mean the sequel or the pseudo sequel they made?
Yeah.
Are you sure? In general? What about Spies in Disguise? You think that movie is gonna knock it off?
I don't think it's gonna do well. Personally, I really don't think a lot of people are gonna watch it, but I'm ready to be proven wrong. Also, holy fuck! When they are marketing Jumanji, why are they calling it Jumanji 2? Seriously, what is this?
That's blasphemy.
It is. It really is. Everyone's just saying, catch Jumanji 2 in theaters December 11th. Like, what the fuck? Fuck off.
So, but yeah, there's some good movies that are coming out, but I think really Frozen's going to hold on to a lot of it. I think we might not see it drop out of the top 5 until probably
Are we gonna
January.
Do you want to put chicken sandwich where your mouth is?
Yeah, let's do it. Top 5. I think
No,
Frozen will
that's
be
too
there till-
easy. That's too easy. Top 5 is too easy.
top 5's too easy.
Oh wait, you mean to the end of the year?
To the end of the year.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought you just meant till next week.
To the end of the year.
Oh, next week for sure. But I don't think anything else is gonna knock it off until the end of the year.
Well, I was
So
gonna,
January 2nd.
I was gonna say something not so long term. I was gonna say if it's gonna be like still gonna be number 1 by next week.
I'm sure it'll be number 1. till
I'm
next
pretty
week. I mean,
confident
what else
about
is coming out?
Yeah.
There's nothing coming out next week.
All right, I'll take the other bet. I'll take the other bet since we have to make this a little bit competitive.
Ooh, man, I can't wait to have that chicken sandwich next week.
Thanks. I already know what I'm getting.
Yeah, can you get me the
Yeah, you're getting a
spicy
chicken
combo?
sandwich.
The spicy combo, Cajun fries.
I said chicken sandwich,
with fries.
not combos.
Oh,
yeah, the
your own
spicy
damn
chicken
fries.
sandwich combo. Yes.
Nope.
It has the
It's
sandwich.
all in the same word. I think it happens.
Nope,
It's already included.
chicken sandwich only.
Okay, so the combo, can you replace my fries with just another sandwich?
Another chicken
And
sandwich.
can you also just replace the drink with another sandwich? That'd be great. Thanks.
Sub sandwich. So you just want 3 sandwiches?
No,
No,
I want-
no.
the combo, but I want to sub the fries for a sandwich.
I want to pay
for a
the
sandwich.
same amount as a combo, but get 3 sandwiches. Or am I speaking fucking another language?
Now you speak my language.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the wager is on. Stu, you don't think
Just
that
to be
Frozen's
clear,
gonna-
just to be clear, the wager is I'm betting that Frozen will not be number 1 by next week, and you guys are betting that it is number 1.
Yeah.
This is a very narrow scope bet. It's not like
I'm also-
top 5 or top 3. It's just that Frozen will not be number 1 by next week. That's it. That's the bet.
Yes.
David, do you concur?
What? I concur with
Okay.
with Ben. It's going to be number 1 next.
No,
week.
I'm just saying. That's what the bet is. It's not like
Yes,
but it's
that is
still
what the
top
bet-
3. Like nope, that wasn't
No,
the bet.
no. It is number 1 or nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
just get the combo ready for next week, all right, Stu?
Okay. Yeah, I'll have it. I'll have it ready to go for me to eat.
Oh,
Actually, what we should do is for next week, when you're wrong, you need to Postmates it to me and Ben.
Oh, goddamn
so
it!
we can eat it on air.
Oh,
As
that's gonna take forever though.
well, just
And,
start it at 5 then.
It tells you typically how long it takes. It's okay if it shows up a little bit cold. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to get 50 on Christmas. Yeah.
Well, you're gonna get $50 worth, not 50 chicken sandwiches.
Wait, why not?
Yeah, they're not. The chicken sandwiches aren't $1 a
Yeah,
piece.
it's not McDonald's.
The limit is 50.
Yeah, but, you know,
No, hey,
they'll cut
even
a deal, you
McDonald's,
know?
you wouldn't get 50 sandwiches from McDonald's.
it's like a deal, you know? If you buy like 50 or more,
It's 2
it's like
sandwiches
$1
for
each.
$3 now. No, two
McChickens.
sandwiches for like 5. No, those aren't $1 a piece anymore.
They're not on the dollar menu anymore.
No, I think it's 2 for $3 now.
David or Ben, is that accurate?
Wait, for which one?
The McChickens.
The
Yeah,
Chicken,
not
that
$1
That
anymore?
is accurate, yes.
Oh,
It's like
I
two for $3 now,
It's
or something
yeah,
like that.
It is accurate.
that's still a good amount of chicken sandwiches though.
It is.
But it's not 50 chicken sandwiches
That's
like
true.
it used to be.
Well, I don't know. Maybe if you get 50, they'll say, "Oh, you got our $50 deal" or something.
That would be incredible if they actually did that.
You know, like a Del Taco. You know how the Taco Thursdays or whatever it is, and then you get like
Taco Tuesday is no longer 3 for $1 now. It's 3 for $1.29 or something. I'm
Ooh.
like, who cares? Yeah, who carries 29 cents around just to be able to?
Who's paying with cash is what I'm asking.
I did when it first came out.
Yeah, when it was still $1, you just handed them $1.05.
I handed them 100.
Oh
Wow.
my God. Do you have change? No, but we can give you the equal
Why
amount
didn't you
of
just?
tacos.
Why didn't I would expect Ben Somali to have bought $100 worth of tacos.
I did.
Oh, that would have been 300 tacos.
I did.
Yeah. Oh, I thought
you
you said you were
really?
just buying 3 tacos.
No.
and you
I
gave
bought
100.
$100 worth of tacos at Del Taco or in high school when it first started.
How long did it take for you to eat 300
mean,
tacos?
It was a very
I'm sure
long
you
night.
didn't eat them all, but
Nope. Ben, how long did it take you to eat all of it?
I don't think I ate all of it because people were helping me.
right. and I'm sure they started to get cold and soggy before you got through
Well,
them.
actually, no. I remember they actually stayed warm for a very long time because of the residual heat they shared with each other.
Did they get soggy though?
Yeah, they did. They did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they did. They totally did. Very soggy.
Yeah, the residual heat did end up with a lot of steam. So, yeah.
Steamed tacos. Steamed hams. Right, Ben? Steamed hams?
Yes. I get the joke.
Or was it steamed clams?
It was steamed. Well, no, it was... I thought you said we're having steamed clams. No, I said steamed hams.
Okay.
Steamed hams.
Oh, real quick. I finally got to the episode you were talking about, I think last week. Or the week before, where you were complaining about, or everyone's complaining about the aspect ratio.
Yeah.
I saw the episode you were referring to with the Duff. The Duff Brewery.
Yeah, it did not translate well. Feels bad.
Anyways, I think we've dwelled here long enough. We should probably move on.
Yep. So we're going to go straight into our movie of the week. This week it is 4v Ferrari. Ben, what you got for us? I know why he's doing this.
A determined team of American engineers and designers led by automotive visionary Carroll Shelby and driver extraordinaire Ken Miles, hired by the Ford Motor Company, embark on a journey to finally defeat the Ferrari racing team at the 1966 24 Hours Le Mans race in France, in a story of passion versus profit. Right, David?
Wait, I thought we were reviewing Arctic Dogs.
That's
that was Arctic Dogs.
That's the plot of Arctic Dogs.
Why? What did you see?
I saw Angry Birds 2 and Frozen. I only get to watch 3 movies a week, and I watched those 3, and I missed what we were supposed to watch. We were supposed to watch what?
Wait, you said you could only watch 3 movies a week, and you watch Frozen 2 and Angry Birds 2. Does that mean you watch one of them twice?
Yeah, Angry Birds.
Well, I wanted to make sure it didn't change from Angry Birds 1 to Angry Birds 2. I couldn't tell which one it was. And then I also paid to see Frozen twice, because I didn't know if that was the first one or the second one. Sequels really confuse me.
So
that's why you don't like Rush Hour 2, I guess.
Oh,
what is that?
The plot was too it was too highbrow for you. Like you couldn't follow what was happening.
Need all the trials on this side and all the people.
What does he mean by they're gonna cut off their egg rolls? I don't get it. What is that? They don't have any egg rolls.
I just want to point for the record, David, you quoted Rush Hour 2 during this podcast.
I've done it before.
Yeah,
yes.
So I don't know. You never quote Rush Hour 1. You always quote Rush Hour 2. It's always Rush Hour 2.
Hold on. I didn't say I didn't like Rush Hour 2. I prefer Rush Hour 1.
Then why don't you quote that more?
I do.
No, you don't.
All the time.
Really?
This episode says contrary.
That is one episode. I've definitely said it more than that. All right, we're digressing. We don't want to dwell too long. Stu, what are your thoughts on Ford v Ferrari?
It was a rootin', tootin', driving extravaganza. I thought it was a really fun movie. I liked, especially, I think the best part I liked about it was not going into it not really knowing the story behind this, and I like to intentionally, when like these types of movies or TV shows come out, I want to try to not know anything about it so that I can try to glean from what happened in like what they're showing you. So it was kind of like a fun experience to not only just like the movie in general, but just to like learn how all that played out. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Ben, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed it. I gotta admit, I don't know too much about racing or cars for that matter. I don't even know too much about the history or story of this, but man, it was pretty great. I liked how they explained what the stakes were and how dangerous this was, but they didn't dumb it down too much. You know, it definitely, you know, appealed to people who don't know too much about the subject matter. It explains it a lot, but not too much. I felt, you know, it wasn't very heavy-handed.
They weren't like, it wouldn't cut to the guy saying, "Oh, he's got to do this because of X, Y, and Z reasons," and then cut back and it's the guy doing X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, no. Like when they were in the car, it was just, you know, the focus was either on Ken Miles the whole time, or it was, you know, the cockpit crew who were trying to do other things that were important towards the race, not just like, you know, dwelling on, oh man, is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? You know,
yeah.
It was
actually. I was gonna go back and I want to revise my score. I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10.
Ooh,
because that was a good point that Ben just made, and so yeah.
Yeah, it definitely was a much more approachable movie.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't just like, oh, it's only for car people. Like, it had it had an emotional component to it. It was funny at times. It was sad at times. It hit a lot of the points. For me, leading up to the movie, I was very excited about it. I know a little bit of history about it, and I just really love this juxtaposition that happens between just how the story kind of unfolds. And even though I kind of know the background of what happened, it was really interesting to see how it played out, how they interpreted the history behind it, and then at the same time how they were going to allow for Christian Bale and Matt Damon to be able to play out their versions of what they think happened, and that chemistry between them was really good. I give it a 9 out of 10.
yeah.
I really enjoyed the film. I loved everything about it. I'm a little bit more biased about this because Shelby does, you know, Matt Damon did drive my favorite car. My favorite car is a Shelby Cobra. And so the Cobra Roadster. And so seeing that on screen a bunch of times, I'm just like, oh my goodness. Yeah, I could not control myself a second. But yeah, other than that, I think this movie had a lot of it. I was just curious to see how far in the story they were going to get. I'll talk about that in the spoiler zone, but for me, 9 out of 10, knocked it out of the park. I thought it was a great movie. Great version of the story for sure, and I think it was fairly accurate, to be honest.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't do any fact checking on the stuff.
Yeah,
but,
me neither.
But I feel like there were some parts that were flubbed just for cinematic effect. But
Sure.
What was Ben? I don't think we heard your rating.
9 out of 10 as well.
I think I.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like I'm on the wrong side of the fence today.
I feel like for movies in general, like once you get into that echelon where it's like 8, 8.5, 9, 9.5, 10, once you start getting, well, obviously 10 is just, it's got to be like beyond, you know, perfect movie, like everything you've ever wanted, that kind of thing. That's what I'm reserving it for. So for me, this hit on so many points. If I knew that nothing else was coming out, I'm reserving it for a couple other movies. Maybe Frozen 2 might be a 10. We don't.
Oh God, I hope not.
But for me, this hit on so many points. I have really enjoyed Cars. I don't say that I'm like I know a lot about cars, but when it comes to this particular car and this particular part of history, I think it's so interesting. It's almost like kind of like watching the space race that the U.S. had against, you know, Russia trying to get a man on the moon. It's almost like the same thing where it's just like Europe versus the U.S., right? And we're going to do things the dirty and quick way. We're going to go with a lot of horsepower, blah, 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 and make it as light as possible. And then, you know, it was a very us versus them kind of story, and I loved every moment of it.
Yeah, it was like an underdog story. You know, everyone loves an underdog story.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to spoil anything, but it was because it was in the trailer. But it's, how long did you say you needed? 300-400 years. That was absolutely
terrible British accent, by the way.
It was. It's okay. I am not Christian Bale. I am also.
Yeah,
not,
don't you? You don't have to remind us.
I'm not Ken Miles.
Could have had
Man,
Christian
you guys
Bale.
can finish the podcast on your own.
Could have had Christian Bale on this podcast instead of David, but he due to scheduling conflicts.
Crikey!
We had to settle for David.
All right. Well, it sounds like you guys have any other final thoughts before we go ahead and jump into the spoiler zone.
I will say that
I will say no. I will say.
Okay, you will say.
Oh.
Fine.
I will say, it has revived my desire to get a
Camaro.
no. Well, that's always been there, but I was thinking about getting another stick shift, just so I can something that has more, a little more power than the one I brought previously, just to, because I don't think I got a good not a good experience, but an experience driving a car that can like actually go fast. With the manual, like, because
you didn't feel as connected to the road as you would in a car that was properly that was a more like sport tuned instead of just.
And I'm not even talking about like I'm not even talking about like a it doesn't necessarily have to be a sports car, but like something that can at least like go faster than
get your blood pumping.
Yeah. So I was looking around on Craigslist for see what's out there.
Maybe you can buy Darren's car.
No, I don't like Fiestas.
I thought he was in a Focus RS.
Nope. He's in the Fiesta S, whatever the sport model of the Fiesta is.
Fiesta RS?
I think it's ST.
ST, yeah, that's it. ST.
The Fiesta STD. Great.
Yep.
Well, I mean, there's the Golfs. There's
I don't like hatchbacks really in general, so.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you'll figure something out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stick shift Camaros available.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ready for the V8 though yet. Stick shift.
So you want to go 4-cylinder?
I'm probably 6. Probably 6.
Nice. All right. Well, we look forward to Stu's update. I guess I'll have to ask you every week.
Yeah.
Did you buy a car yet?
No, David. God. All right, Ben. What were you gonna say?
I really enjoyed this movie also in the sense that it was very tense because I didn't know what was going to happen. I know it was based off of true events, but I went into it blind. I didn't read up on any of the history beforehand. So, all the events that transpired, brand new news to me. I do enjoy those kind of stories where if it is based off a true event, I'll just not read up on anything so I can be surprised by the story. That's why I like movies, that deal with like World War II, with Jesus, with like Jojo Rabbit, Saving Private Ryan,
the one where Jesus was in World War II.
The one where Jesus was in World War II. Yeah, those kinds of movies. They're really good. Really good.
Well, I'm sure you'll be looking forward to 1917 then.
Yeah.
That looks really good.
Tell me what happened.
Really excited about that.
You
win the war.
Yeah.
Wait.
There's a
Who's we?
The Führer.
China.
Well, actually, wait, no, it wasn't. It was the Kaiser. Sorry, wrong war.
The Kaiser
Right?
will.
I don't know. Darren's gonna kill me over this. Whatever.
Jawohl.
I'm sure you guys have seen it in theaters.
Hail me. Hail me.
Would you shut up, David?
Hail me.
In the theaters lately, they've been showing like the previews. Have you seen the one with 1917?
Yeah.
Where they're talking about how they had to do continuous shots and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's gonna be pretty cool. So yeah. That'll be a good one.
Oh wait, actually, there's one other thing I wanted to bring up.
Oh my god.
Well, okay, so
there he goes again.
I went into this movie actually 20 minutes late.
Oh, okay.
And they were still showing movies.
Use the bathroom.
Actually, yeah, you know what? I think I was late to my showing too, but they were still showing previews.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, I think they're going longer and longer, right? It used to be 15 minutes after showtime. That was like the buffer. Now it's like 20-25 minutes.
No, I timed it. It was 30 for me.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was half an hour of previews. I'm just like, holy fuck, like, I can't do this, man. Like, I'm just gonna show up late all the time now. Like, this is garbage. Like, you can watch all these trailers
half
online.
An hour late. That's crazy.
Yeah. Sorry, that was like a little rant by me.
Oh, is it rant time?
Yeah.
Is it time to rant?
Yeah, it's time to rant.
All right. Fucking people who go to the concession stand and don't know what they want need to fucking get. They just need to leave. They just need to go away.
Go to their own theater where you can spend
where you can
forever.
all go stand in line and not know what you want by the time you get to the front.
Yeah, do you have popcorn or anything?
What do you have here?
What? Do you guys have spaghetti? I'd really like some spaghetti.
Were you Keith?
And corn cheese.
Ketchup popcorn. Actually, you know what? I wonder.
Actually, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, ketchup flavored popcorn might not be too bad.
Actually, the flavored popcorn at AMC, or like I think it was like the caramel apple. Actually, it's pretty decent. It's very sweet.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, extra half. Like once you get through half a bucket, I'm like, I kind of want regular popcorn to kind of balance it out. But
wait, what gourmet popcorn do they have at Crick Korean?
I don't think they have any. Oh, Korean.
Yeah.
I don't know.
bulgogi popcorn.
Oh,
I didn't check. Yeah, that would be pretty good. I think they just have the caramel and I think like flaming hot or something. I don't know. I don't remember.
I thought they had like some sort of...
I think they got rid of the I think they got rid of the chocolate one.
Oh, thank God. Oh.
Which is a travesty because that was like amazing.
They had the chocolate cat nut shrimp flavored popcorn.
You mean D's nuts? Okay, I said it.
Flavored.
Got him.
Yeah. All right. I think
so. Let's move into the spoiler zone. I think we've talked enough about not the movie. So
about not spoilers. So
yeah. So jump on in.
We'll do a better one next week.
All right. So, Stu, you were talking about there were a couple things that you wanted to talk about that you thought maybe weren't completely accurate. What were you
like? I mean, it was probably just like the stupid little things, like when Carol Shelby like
took the stopwatch and
maybe that part, or the part where like he drops the nut over on their side so they think something like broke.
Yeah.
Little dumb things like that. They're really just kind of like for the almost like comic relief during the very tense race scenes.
Did they actually splice in actual footage of Le Mans during the race? Like, I know his wife was watching it on TV. Was that the actual footage? Does anyone know?
I think so. I wouldn't see why it wouldn't be.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well,
I think they spliced in some. They might have spliced in other areas of the movie too.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Well, I mean, I really like that. There's this one scene I really liked where, to show the gravity and how dangerous the race was, when they were first starting out, when they're running to their cars and everything, and Christian Bale, he's trying to pull out, and someone crashes right in front of him, right? It's like this big scene, right, where, it just happens so instantaneously, and it's such a big deal, and he's just like, oh, Jesus, and he just pulls out. And,
well, he said something cooler than that,
yeah,
but
he said,
with his British slang.
Yeah, he just says like insert random British
bollocks.
Not even that. It's like, oh, Jiminy Christmas on a tree.
Crikey.
A random British phrase there, but I liked when they they showed it and it was just such a big deal, and then on the TV it was just like a split second and it didn't seem so bad, it was just like, oh, a car crashed in front of me and he pulled out, but it just seems so much more dangerous up in person,
Mm-hmm.
So like it really raised the stakes of the race, it made me feel that much more tense. I feel like this movie made me feel very, very stressed the whole time because I didn't know if he was gonna die halfway through. I'm just like,
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you knew that you could kind of see just from like the way Christian Bale's character Ken Miles was just kind of like living life.
Yeah.
Was just like on the edge, just kind of like Cliff Booth, right?
Yeah.
In the same way. It's just kind of like,
what?
Yeah.
Oh man,
roll
same
the
universe.
Punches. Whatever happens. That'd be cool if they were able.
They're both
to
in the
cross over.
60s.
Interesting. But yeah, no, they did a fantastic job in conveying the dangers of racing in Le Mans, and then at the same time being historically accurate with a lot of the stuff. Like, I was surprised that they didn't just jump to the second race, that they talked about acquiring Ferrari, and then they were denied.
They were debated.
Yeah, they got screwed over because they left this clause in there that said that they were only going to allocate, I think, maybe $2 million to the racing team for Ferrari every year, and they could cut off his funding whenever, and that made him so mad that he said, forget it, I don't want to do it. And then that's when Ford decided they wanted to, and that was like, wow, I didn't realize that they were that accurate about it. And then the first year they failed because they didn't let Ken drive. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that they were planning on doing that. I was like, I thought they were just going to jump straight to the second one, the second race that they were in, and they were going to do that. I'm not 100% sure about the finish on them like finishing all together. I don't remember that part of the story at all, but I was following a little bit because there's this one YouTube like group of guys, a YouTube channel that does a lot of car stuff, and they were just talking about the book back and forth and what happened, how did they get there, and then how dominant they were after they won that first Le Mans, that the next like 7 years they won 5 out of the next 7, which is incredible.
Wow.
But I remember I heard something about that first race. The reason why they had the second car win, I think, possibly, was that they told one of them to slow down because the sponsor of the entire race was Dunlop, which is the tire company. And they didn't want a Goodyear tire to win. So they told his car, one of the cars, to slow down so the other one could win, so that way the Dunlop tire... So there was like some finagling there at that point. And so there's a lot of interesting stories about that, and I thought it was really interesting that they went all the way to the point where Ken Miles passes away. I didn't know that they were going to go that far. I thought after they won the race, they were going to high-five each other and call it a night. I didn't realize that they were going to
I could have done
the story from that.
I could have done without knowing that Ken Miles died when I was watching the movie.
Yeah, that was a punch in the gut. It really was.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I thought that they gave Matt Damon a chance to be able to give Carroll Shelby his version of Carroll Shelby every single like part of the spectrum, right? The happy, the funny, the sad, the angry, the that renegade kind of like attitude, like I'm going to challenge the status quo, that kind of thing. Whole spectrum was completely covered, and that's the reason why I gave it a 9 out of 10, because they just gave him free reign and just said, you know what, run with it. I want you to be quirky. I want you to be able to do your own thing. See what you would do to be able to screw with the Ferrari guys, that kind of thing. I'm pretty sure that was ad-libbed for sure.
Yeah, one of the things I remember going in the movie, I thought from the previews that John Bernthal's Lee Iacocca was actually I didn't know that's who he was in the movie. I thought he was like a representative for Ferrari from the previews.
That's what I thought.
Because when he's calling him fat and stuff,
yeah.
I was like, oh, he must be like the emissary from Ferrari. But that was kind of cool to see that they're all on the same team, except for that stupid, weaselly corporate executive guy. Boo that guy.
Boo.
Marketing director, go screw yourself. It's
slower.
always those guys that are
go slower.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to be wrong. Also, was that the guy who is normally in like the Adam Sandler movies? Do you know who I'm talking about? I don't think that's
Steve Buscemi.
No. Oh, okay. I guess I was mistaken then.
How do you do, fellow racers?
Yeah. I want you to go infiltrate the race club.
I really like the chemistry that Christian Bale and Matt Damon had with each other, along with both of their just individual charisma that happened on screen. It really made me root for them, even though Christian Bale was kind of an asshole, or Ken Miles seemed like
he's a lovable asshole.
Yeah, the lovable asshole.
He's a lovable asshole, though.
Yeah, there you go. Even though he was a jerk and everything, he was really good at what he did, and you couldn't help but like cheer for him. I really liked the scene that really brought out that characteristic for both of them was when I guess it was the first time when Carroll Shelby invited Ken Miles to see the prototype of the car, right? And he's like, just take it for a spin. I just want to hear what you have to say about it, right? And, Ken Miles was already saying, like, I don't want any part of this, right? he gets in the car, he takes it for a ride. He, it follows him around. It seems like he's going really fast in it. He gets to the end, and you expect him to say something good about it because, this is like the car that Carl Shelby's been like making or, pitching for. And the first thing he says is like, I hate it, And they both bond over that scene where Carl Shelby's saying like, yeah, right, it sucks. And he's like, yeah, like it feels like it's going to take off, it feels like it's going to fly off the road because, all this wind's getting under it. He's like, yeah, I know, right? Like it fucking sucks. And he's like, what else do you think about it? And then, Ken Miles is just sitting there and he puts up his finger, like, hold on a second. Then he takes it for another lap, it's just like, holy fuck, They really sold me on those characters.
I wish I had an airport I could drive around like that on.
Seriously. Also, this movie, it has a lot of the same themes as my other favorite racing movie, Speed Racer.
The live action one?
Yeah, because it's also about a racer who is trying to race for the passion and love of racing and sticking it to those corporate assholes. But that one had a lot more drifting and a lot more Tony Hawk stuff. Right. It was actually pretty much like Tony Hawk and Initial D rolled into one.
Tony Hawk Pro Racer.
Yeah, there's a lot of grinding. Like there was a lot of grinding, like a lot of handstands, and a lot of like Mario Kart shit. Like fire green shell, fire blue shell, and I don't care what anyone says. That's one of the best movies ever made. I don't care.
Live action Speed Racer. Yep. Oh, okay.
2007. Yep. Best movie.
Oh, you heard it here. Best movie ever made.
Yep.
I guess we can stop watching movies now.
All right.
I mean, that would have been your 10 out of 10.
Wait, you're saying that that's better than Rush Hour 2?
Yes.
Wow. How are you trying to dunk on? He's just trying to dunk on Rush Hour 2.
Yeah.
He's just trying to belittle it and tarnish it, drag its name through the mud.
I am trying to talk it down to size so that way I can rip out its heart.
How can you talk down to God?
Pennywise style.
I mean, all they had to say in It Chapter 2 was forehead.
You're fat.
Forehead.
You're fat.
Forehead. Forehead.
No. 5 head. 5 head.
5 head.
5 head.
Yeah.
Oh, spoiler.
Well, you already. That was a previous episode. Yeah.
We already reviewed that one. That had plenty of spoilers already on that one.
I think there was something about. I think the reason why I lowered mine to it. Well, first I lowered it and then I raised it, but was there was something about like the kid little like story they kept going back to, which I was just like, I can kind of do without this part. But unfortunately, I don't remember what exactly it was.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of missed the whole end of the movie after Ken Miles died. Like, I did not know what happened after that. I know there was a scene after that. I completely missed it. There was a. It was just Carroll Shelby going. He was gonna go give the wrench that Ken Miles threw at him at the beginning of the movie. Yeah. He was gonna go give it back to his wife, and he was working up the courage, and then ran into the son. Outside the house. So. Oh, okay. That was it. And then he speeds off recklessly. Dangerous traffic. Dangerous driving. Like you shouldn't drive that way on the streets. You're gonna hurt. But he's
Carroll Shelby. He can't feel anything unless it's 7,000 RPM.
Yeah. But I don't care if I kill someone.
I like the kind of the juxtaposition between Carroll Shelby and Ken Miles in the movie during the beginning, where Ken Miles, he's an amazing racer, but he can't drive just because of financial reasons, right? And so
no, he can't drive because of his heart.
No, that's Carroll Shelby. I mean Ken Miles. Did I say Carroll Shelby? Yeah. So Ken Miles can't drive because of financial reasons, and he's stuck, driving around in his, patchback. I don't know what that is.
Family wagon.
Yeah, the wagon, right? And so that kind of reflects his life. And then Carroll Shelby also can't race, but he can't drive because of health reasons. He has to take those pills, but he keeps wanting to drive faster and faster, and he drives around in what's that car, David?
Shelby Cobra, the
Right,
Cobra.
the Honda
Roadster.
Civic. Right, the Honda Civic.
No, stop it.
Sorry,
The
the Toyota
2008
Prius.
light blue Honda Civic.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the year your car.
Yeah, close enough. That's actually extremely close. Yes.
Oh.
But yeah, I really liked how they kind of played that comparison to them. You know, they're both these racers stuck in like the circumstances that they have, right? Really like that.
And then they find an uncanny bond between the two of them based on like wanting to challenge like their own situations, right? Carroll wants to be able to race again, but he can't because his heart won't let him.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Ken wants to race, but he can't afford to.
Yeah.
Because he's got to pay his family, and then he tells his wife, "Yeah, it's $200 a day," and she goes, "What?"
Yeah. Oh, forget everything I just said.
I keep forgetting that's like. That's a lot of money back then.
That's a lot of money right
now.
now.
$200 a day?
Yeah, for 2 weeks.
I'd do it.
That's $2,000, like tax free. Like, what are you talking about?
Wait, wasn't it? It was only for 2 weeks?
Well, no, I'm just saying, like in a normal 2-week pay period.
Yeah, I'd take that, David. I totally take
And it was they probably worked more than 5 days a week, so that's 7 days times 200 for a week.
Plus, all of their expenses paid. So
Yeah, plus expenses. That's like a lot of money. You stupid.
For back then. Nowadays, what is that?
That's still a lot.
David, I'm pretty sure that's more than you make.
$1,000 a week. That's 52,000, 56,000. How many?
All right, I'm gonna say
52,000 a year.
I'm gonna say conservatively, $200 for 5 days of work. It's $1,000. 2 weeks, that's $2,000 plus expenses. So it's $4,000 a month, basically, plus expenses. So basically, you're not paying for food. You're not paying for, whatever,
Travel.
rent, I guess.
Yeah. That's just free money.
So it's like,
But he's paying for the house and everything all together though, and he's raising a family.
well, especially back then, paying for the house was like for $200 a day. Paying for a house and family, that's like nothing. It's like $5 a month or something, or $10 a month, $20. I don't know,
God.
but
The median household income in California is $71,805 a year.
Wow.
So he wouldn't. Well, if he were to be doing $200 a day now, that wouldn't have been close. What is $200? What did you say it was? $200 a day times
for 5 days is 1,000.
So 52,000 a year.
Yeah. Plus, that's also with expenses taken care of. So you're not paying. Basically, your living expenses that you have to pay right now you don't have to worry about. So yeah, and even especially back then, that's a lot of money too.
Yeah.
That's like how do you not say yes to that back then?
Yeah. So yeah, no, that's crazy in general, but how quickly they turn around from being like this, like we want to make the American car, cars for all Americans, and then they turn around and they're like, you know what, we need a race team to be able to make Ford a sexy name, right? Mm-hmm. Ferrari, Lamborghini, that kind of thing. I kept forgetting that Fiat used to be a huge brand, right? I mean, over here, Fiat's like, who cares?
Fix it again, Tony, is what they say.
Oh, is it really? I'd never heard of that before.
Yeah, Fiat, fix it again, Tony. Yeah. Because apparently they were like dog
breaking.
Yeah, they were like dog shit. So.
But yet, apparently, they had enough money to be able to buy Ferrari for $18 million.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, so that's like how I think Chrysler, they bought Mercedes. So.
But I think at the time they offered Enzo Ferrari, I think $50 million to buy Ferrari. Like he took like a way lower deal, I think. But other than that, yeah, no, I thought the movie was great. I loved every moment of it, especially seeing the cars and seeing him like push the. I don't know anything about brake fade, but I thought that was extremely aggressive. Like, do brakes really get so hot that they glow red?
I think so. If you're racing like that,
Holy moly!
or at least maybe back then they did. I don't know. Maybe
Oh.
technology's advanced.
Yeah, but I thought it was interesting that ever since Ford won Le Mans, no other U.S. companies ever won it. I think it was all like Japanese companies. I think at some point.
Wow.
It's just like all the Akina Speed Stars and their 8.6s just drifting all over the place.
Let's
Right.
see, in the last
Right? Initial D reference, anyone? No?
the
Okay.
last couple of years was Toyota, then Porsche, Audi, Peugeot, Audi. Yeah, Audi wins a lot of these. And Porsche.
You mean Bugatti? Or
Audi. No, Audi R8
oh,
was a winner. Audi R10, R15, R18. And then they started going to like hybrids.
do they still do it for 24 hours?
Yeah. Still
Okay.
full 24 hours. I thought it was horseshit. That's how he lost. It's like, oh yeah, this guy started way further back,
Yeah.
and that's how he won. I'm like, what the shit? I'd have been so mad.
Oh. He won the moral victory.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's the story for that.
That's about it.
That's all she wrote, guys. So, anything else you guys thought worth mentioning? Favorite portion of the movies?
I liked when Ken Miles was telling off that guy in the beginning who like didn't know how to drive a sports car. He was just dunking on him.
Oh yeah, you need to drive it like an actual car, not
Yeah.
baby it like a
Like a
baby back bitch.
That's
Yeah.
pretty much him the whole movie, right? Just telling people off.
Yeah. It's kind of like Carl Urban in The Boys. Just like I could just listen to them like shit on people all day. But yeah, that's it. That's it for me.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I would definitely suggest watching it. I mean, it's a good movie. It's got everything.
Yeah. Good acting, good
Yep.
story,
Fast
Good.
cars.
good fast cars, good racing sequences.
This is what Fast and Furious used to be about.
Yeah, before they became superheroes.
Yeah, before they started fighting Black Superman.
Yeah, it really reminded me of Speed Racer. It was great. It really spoke to a pure time in cinema.
All right, well, that'll pretty much do it for our review of Ford v Ferrari. We're gonna exit the spoiler zone.
Whew, man, a lot of spoilers in there. Don't go in, like, gotta wait at least 30 to 40 minutes. Those spoilers cool down.
And so for this week, I think you guys had mentioned you wanted to see Knives Out. I know Ben's already seen it before. Is that our movie for this week?
I would like to see this, yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this week's movie of the week will be Knives Out. And is there something you guys want to do for the special for the Christmas holiday? Do you guys want to do a special movie, or you guys want to wait for?
I would like to do that.
Okay. Are we gonna do a Christmas movie like Jingle All the Way?
Like
or
there's
do you
no
guys want to
there's
hold
no-
on to? Go ahead.
I would say there's no Christmas movies like good ones coming out, I'm assuming.
Last Christmas.
No.
Spies in Disguise.
Arctic Dogs, that's a good Christmas movie, right?
Yeah.
That's not going to be.
It's got
in
snow.
theaters, but it's not going to be in theaters by the
Oh,
time.
we'll find it, David. Don't worry about that.
You know, it's a Christmas movie that has a lot of frozen things in it.
Frozen.
No, Arctic Dogs.
Oh.
Or do you guys want to review Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker for Christmas?
Ooh.
I mean, I think let's see, that's going to be
It's December 20th.
Is that
Right.
December? Is it really December 20th?
yeah.
Uh-huh. It's in 2
Mhm.
weeks. I have to get my girlfriend caught up on all the Star Wars movies
Oh my
before then.
Christ. I wish man, I really wish Die Hard was playing in theaters somewhere. I would really like to do a Christmas episode on Die Hard.
Yeah.
We can watch it, somewhere. Wait, I'm pretty sure Keith's never seen Die Hard, right?
That's probably true. So maybe we can do a Keith. We can knock it, two birds, one stone situation here.
And we could record live.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, if you guys want to do it here, we'll record an episode post coital.
Post coital.
Post cinematographical.
We can have special guests. We should probably, just so we have time, like it doesn't get in the way, we should probably try to record that within the next, not during Christmas week, like maybe before Christmas, like
sure,
one of these weekends or something.
Yeah, we'll get together a Keith movie weekend, and we'll record the episode then.
Sounds
cool.
good.
I like it.
All right, so stay tuned. Once again, our movie of the week next week will be Knives Out, and look forward to our Christmas episode, which will be featuring our review of Die Hard, a movie Keith hasn't seen.
And is also a Christmas movie.
And it's also a Christmas movie. Yippee-ki-yay. Did you guys ever watch the TNT dub version where they...
Yippee-ki-yay, Mr. Falcon.
Mr. Falcon.
I never saw that. That's pretty fun.
What? Oh, I'm so glad Ben did. I was like, is he going to say it? Is he going to say it? Is he going to say it? Okay.
Mr. Falcon.
I thought it was really funny. I was like, is that a... I'm surprised they didn't say Mr. Falco. I was like, what? That would have made more sense. But, yeah, so tune in next week. We'll be reviewing Knives Out. Once again, as always, thank you for joining us for another episode of Dos Nav Cincos. I am your host, David.
And I'm Stuart.
I'm Ben.
Look at me. I'm Ben. Ooh.
Don't forget to tip your Reiki masters, and we'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.
Bye.